Take it away, Scottie.
Are we on now?
Yeah, we've been on the whole time.
I thought we'd have screwed this up by now.
Hopefully this thing is working.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Uncle Scottie Barter, and I am your wartime TV host. And welcome to what was supposed to be the March 21st edition is now the 23rd edition.
We got some of the bugs ironed out here, so
And,
undocumented technical issues is what we had.
We beat the raft and fled the jurisdiction for a couple days. And,
Yep.
This is the all-new and improved, maybe, of the Kenosha Today. What used to be a Saturday morning weekly report, we've decided in these troubled times of everybody being on lockdown apparently tomorrow in the state of
Going on
Wisconsin.
tomorrow, right.
We're going to be here every Tuesday afternoon at
We're
2
on the
o'clock.
front lines, keeping all of Kenosha and the surrounding area informed. Deformed.
Good luck with that deal. Once again, we are coming to you live and local from literally this afternoon from the Barter Manor studio, which apparently we're going to be calling this home for probably at least the next 30 days.
Yep,
So.
yeah, something like that.
And no, Elmo, though, this is not just a home. This is a place of an adventure. It's got some real history.
I don't
going
want to
on.
hear about that.
Probably too intense. There's a lot of DNA floating around here.
Oh, good.
As you can see, we are streaming live and booming across the cold and damp and snow on the cornfields of the Midwest, reaching out to over an unlimited amount of listeners now, Elmo, residing here in the Kenosha Station and all over the planet. We are brought to you this afternoon by our major sponsors, Barter's Financial Planning Services and the Union Park Tavern, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. With us this afternoon, the Wizard of Union Park Tavern, Elmo Schneider, embraces our presence.
Yeah, not so much anymore.
Well, you know what? You'll probably hear this on the other news, but you'll hear it here first, that if you haven't, that Governor Evers apparently is going to lock the place down, the place meaning the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, more than it is now, so
And so...
no more kids' birthday parties,
Yeah, all of that
no more...
nonsense. So, Elmo, you got to look at it this way. You went from my relationship advisor to my alcohol advisor.
Oh, yeah, right.
And now you're my caregiver.
Yep.
Welcome to the family.
Well, we're providing a valuable service. Those involved in disseminating news and information to the public are exempt from this order, so we can still keep doing this.
And if I start coughing and you
Yep.
wake me in the morning, okay. And you know what? If we said a couple weeks ago, but it's been about 3-4 weeks now that our last show was on AM radio WIP, and that they're moving. In fact, they're probably there today down in Gurney Mills, which is also closed. But we decided, Elmo and I, that we were going to stay, and we are committed to the city of Kenosha, county of Kenosha, and we made a commitment financially and in our time. And we are going to truly make this live and local. And at least for the rest of the week, we'll be here at 2, whether it be a half hour or an hour, we're not sure. We'll be here as long as, now let's see if, this is probably Spider calling, but can't view it on the website. Well, he's it on YouTube, but he can't get it on the website, so what's the difference?
They don't have the right link on the website.
Oh, I got to talk to our technical.
Yep. This was rather hastily planned, so there is not a link on the website.
Okay, but
He's got to go to YouTube.
Okay, but it could be a link on the website.
Right, but
Okay.
I just put this on a little bit ago, so.
Watching on YouTube, but can't view it on the website. All right.
Right,
well,
yeah, because Mike has to put a link on the website.
It's
on
not there. Well, so gotta get all
Every
this
show has a different link, is what it is.
Go to YouTube. All right. Let's see how that works out. At any rate, I know the mayor of Gurnee. What was her name? Mrs. Kevorkian?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Is thinking that when she heard that we weren't going, that there is a God.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Mayor Hanranian's still shaking his head. He said, "What did I have to do? I deserve these two jackasses staying in my town for all of this time." But anyway, we look forward to this afternoon. Hopefully, Gunga can give us a call, the proud Prince of Pakistan, and we'll see if Baba the bouncing trolley driver is here. And I don't have you need a link. People don't want to be searching. I don't have time to deal with that right now.
Too late.
Too late.
Why, who's bitching at you
I'll
now?
ask somebody, and you need a link. Well, this is not, classroom.
Right.
Oh, Jesus. We'll figure it out. You'll find us. And then, of course, depending on how many breaks we're going to have here, we do have a top 10.
This is only planned this morning. It's not like this has been set up for a week. So tell them to go fuck themselves.
Oh, you can't use that.
Sure I can.
No, he didn't mean it. Oh boy, it gets even better for those who want to relive all the magic here at the Enchanted Kingdom. You don't have to wait for the Sunday replay. You just simply go to YouTube, put in Kenosha Today. You have to put in Kenosha Today Daily Report, right? Is that what?
Daily update.
Daily update. All right. And also you can still watch the replay of this finely tuned, professionally produced Excuse for a Radio Show or TV show on Spectrum's Channel 14, Tuesdays at 5 and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. I got to get rid of these glasses. Everybody can now sign up with the thousands of our fans and listeners who have joined the Kenosha Today Nation, liked us on Facebook. We're going to get all these little links and all of that. We'll get that all taken care of. And our format basically is going to stay the same. We're going to have the little weather that I'm going to have to do until we find somebody that knows more about the weather than I do. Practically everybody on the planet.
Well, pretty soon nobody will care about the weather because you can't go outside.
Yeah, right. You know, we were talking the other day. He says you saw gas for $1.66 a gallon.
It's $1.54
Yeah. Now
today.
that's wonderful. And you think how much that would have put into the economy at $1.54. Now nobody can go anyways.
Right.
So, we're going to bring you the latest in news and the updates, weather, sports. Not much sports going on now. And now let's.
Well, you got the free agent, NFL free agency. There's a lot going on there. You got
well, we got some.
fossil Tom Brady is now going to Florida with the rest of the retirees.
Why would you pay a guy who's 42 years old? I think it's $10 million a year. I mean, I don't get that. But if I was Brady,
No, it's $30 million a year.
Oh, 30?
Yep.
Anyway,
2 years, $60 million.
the stock market wasn't doing real well when we came on the air, minus 600 points. So we hope that kind of levels off a little bit. And we do have a secret word. Now we haven't been on the air for about 3 weeks. So, but we do have one, and we're going to try our phone line here. Can you put that on there?
We got to take a break to do that because it's going to.
Oh.
Because all the noise that comes in when you sign in will go over the stream.
Oh, okay.
So we'll take
well,
a
here's
break.
the number: 262-597-3020. 262-597-3020. And we're hoping to be able to, it looks like we have the capabilities to do that.
Yep.
And a couple things, these are troubled times, and we're not going to dismiss the fact of the seriousness of this virus. But, you can only take doom and gloom so long, and hopefully we...
and that's why we're here.
to address this...
He's doom and I'm gloom.
Address this in a little bit. I mean, all of this is going to be going to pass, and we have to keep our little sense of humor. So, anyway, that might be the most potent antiviral weapon of all. They had a picture of the spring break down in Florida, and the beaches were jammed. And so now they had this one young guy, must have been, early 21. I'm not going to worry about the virus. And I'm looking at these pictures, Elmo. Now, if you think back when we were 21 or early 20s, and I'm sitting on a beach with a couple thousand scantily clad young gals who are drinking heavily, I mean, I'd have to weigh the choice of, do I take my shot at the virus or do I take my shot at the blonde lady down here?
Right.
And so I guess each town kind of closed it up, and I guess you have to figure it out for yourself.
I think part of this deal with the lockdown or whatever is the kids been having house parties. They shut down the bars, so they've been having 20, 30 people over at the house and getting drunk and doing whatever. So that's
well, I know, and
so that would outlaw that. You can't have a gathering at your house. It also.
Well, we had to turn away how many people we had lined up out here. About 55.
That's right.
53 this afternoon when they heard we were going to do this. So I'm not going to take this, but somebody better. You get nothing. Says can't find the show on YouTube even.
Well, and they're too stupid to know how to look it up. Well, it's streaming someplace.
This is what I get when I search Kenosha Today Update.
Who cares? Yeah. Don't pay attention to it. Keep going with the show.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so I was wondering how I would have reacted with this deal had I been in that position. So, at any rate,
throw that phone out the window. God, who's this person that keeps texting you? Okay.
Now, here's what I found interesting. This was in the Kenosha News, and this gal, Kale Sabar, I believe it's pronounced. She was talking about the primary, Wisconsin primary, that's coming up on Tuesday, and said, get your primary or get your absentee ballots. So Now, you had to apply by March 18th. This article appeared in the news on the 22nd. So, I mean, that's the Kenosha News. You know, their lead story on Sunday was Nixon resigns. So, you know, I think if you want up-to-date news, you better stick around and listen to this. Of course, everybody, we are bringing you news. The city cancels public meetings of 50 or more, and but the trolley apparently is still running so far. You know, that's going to be, if we're in lockdown, I think they're going to have to take the buses off of that. I don't think they can be doing that, and the same with the trolley. So here's the one thing that we're going to take a little break so we can put our phone line on in just a second. But the health official here, this was about a couple days ago. She is the public health director, Jen Freiheit, I guess. She told the county board that this is the big one. This is her Super Bowl. I mean, I don't quite get this is the Super Bowl of our public health care. I mean, I just don't, if you think this is, well, wait till we get to our own Super Bowl information. But I think, like we've talked before, what's the worst? Having this public fear or the virus itself?
The fear,
and
I think.
Let's take a quick, just about a minute break. Is that what we need?
Yeah, something like that.
We'll be back in a minute, and then we'll get our phone line up and get it going.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show number and press pound. Enter your 6-digit PIN number. We did not receive a response. Goodbye. Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show number and press pound. We did not receive a response. Goodbye.
Okay, we're back.
All right. One correction. Scrap that old phone number I gave you. We're going to go 262-945-1318. 262-945-1318. Call us with your questions, comments, whatever. We're still working out the bugs here, Elmo. And again, this is we've converted from the AM radio to live streaming, and it's like anything that you do know, there's going to be some little kinks to work out. And I got a text from our buddy Spider. He wants to know if we're a couple. And
God, I hope not.
he's my caregiver, in case I, pass out. No mouth to mouth,
No,
I got standards, Now, a lot of people are now. Most of the people have been home for at least 10 days, and now if the governor puts everybody in a lockdown, you're going to have a plan to do something. And these were some things. Eat healthy. Well, that's who wants to eat healthy? Play every day. Well, I don't know what they mean by play. Have a balanced life. Get together. Well, that you're not supposed to get together. You're supposed to have that 6 feet, whatever they call it there. You go outside. Sleep well. Now, that's what the
Do you do that like all the time? Isn't
I
that?
don't know. That's what the YMCA
I've heard so much
says.
stupid stuff. It's just common sense. That's
Okay,
all it is.
Here's our
People are stupid, though, as was demonstrated just a little bit ago.
262-945-1318. All right. Here's a suggestion, our suggestion for things to do at home because you're there for the virus. Now, one, try talking your partner into having pandemic sex. And for your married guys, you can probably try that alone. You probably have to be forced to do that. Now, start planning. This is important. You got to start planning to spend your stimulus money on booze and broads. And you can only take 10 at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to overload your system. You could take a nap and dream about the good old carefree rides on the trolley that's not going to be running anymore. That's hard to believe that we're going to lose all that ridership on the trolley.
Yeah, the trolley,
all that revenue.
The trolley was riding on Saturday.
Well, I think they just must have started back up. I don't know if they run that.
Was it Friday or Saturday I went past? Yeah. The trolley was running downtown, so. That's got to be about the safest job in the world as a trolley driver, since nobody ever rides the thing. What the heck? You don't have to.
Yeah, he's probably got a.
Talk about social distancing.
Yeah. We've been practicing that for 20 years.
Right. Every time you look at a girl at Amen Corner, she'd distance herself from you pretty damn quick. So.
Yeah, I got the feeling. So I've had my feelings hurt before. You could turn on CNN and watch the inauguration of President Nixon. I hear that's a real
oh boy.
Or you can read about it in the Kenosha News tomorrow morning. You can call your internet provider and talk to your tech support agent, a guy named Ronaldo, who's probably quarantined out in the Philippines. I haven't heard anything about the Philippines and those places out in there, and like Taiwan. Are they having problems? Like,
oh yeah.
Oh, they are.
The only place it isn't is North Korea. They've got 0 people infected with this.
You know what I heard?
Just like one dumb chump there.
He did. I read this.
He shot a hole in one on every hole in a golf course, just like that. It's a perfect place to live.
They found that some citizen, contracted the virus. He had him taken out in the back and shot.
Yeah.
That's one good way to eliminate the virus. Forget spending all this money on masks and gowns and all this stuff.
Just take him out and shoot him.
The guy's going to die anyway, right?
Right.
You could reread today's Kenosha news, and then you could line your bird cage with it. So you have a dual purpose there. I got my Kenosha news bill as long as I'm on a roll here. I was paying $56 for 2 months. Now they upped it to $78, and a $5 paper billing charge, and I wasn't getting any notice. So I'm going to have to complain to if there's anybody over to complain. They might have shut that down. The Kenosha news might as well just pack it in. Because there's not news in there. Even when we had sports going, it was 3 days old. And, they're just increasing the size of the pictures. So,
Well, I notice even, the Kenosha News app on the phone, 3/4 of the stories are from Madison. It's all stuff about Madison. That's nothing,
Well, we're
it's not about Kenosha.
Well, come on, Anthony.
That's why we're here.
That's why we need a guy like Anthony Kennedy supplying us with up-to-date, what's going down in City Hall. They're not going to have a city council meeting or any of those other things. How will we get by in this time of trouble?
I don't know.
Without our alderman meeting. And the snow, we had that snow coming down, and I think you sent me as soon as the first snowflake hit, there was 8 plows I heard.
Out in the 17th district.
And they had dropped the blades and they were sparking cement out there. So at any rate, you can increase your bandwidth to the porn channel. That would help.
There you go.
Cancel your airline travel plans out to Sturdivant. You know, our good friend K-Dog, he went on a 2-week trip, which 1 week was over in Hawaii. They come back, I think it was on Friday, or he missed it by a day where they were going to quarantine everybody for 14 days. I mean, that can be a little expensive.
That's right.
Now, he's already been on a 2-week vacation with the missus. So, you know, it's got a strained relationship all over there.
Oh, he's stuck
He's
at
going,
home with
no,
her.
where's the State Department? I got to get out of here, man. Of course, you could sneak out of your house and head down to the beaches for spring break. Now, if you have symptoms of the virus, now you got to take this serious. You can call our own Kenosha Today physician, Dr. Ben Dova. And Ben might not cure your virus, but I guarantee you're going to have one great time with Dr. Ben.
He's got this special thermometer he uses.
It's his and hers. He works out of a red panel truck, of course.
Right,
He used to be in the boathouse parking lot, but since they're all closed. Let's see. You know, you could earn an extra. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. In this, in the president's big plan here, you know, they're going to get the stimulus money. And they're still
I don't know what they're
debating that.
doing.
But you could have an extra $500 per child. And I'm thinking, Elmo, maybe we ought to head back down to the beaches and see how lucky we could get for $500. I think my days in that are just about over. 262-945-1318. I could do a little weather. I'm not really good at the weather, but today's weekend weather is sponsored by Capo Web Design, which is locally owned web design and development business here in Kenosha, specializing in website design, development, maintenance, site services, and support, who actually designed and currently is developing our KenoshaToday.com site. And we got to put a couple links on there, and we'll get this all figured out for everybody.
Gotta remember, every show has a separate link. That's the way
Right.
it works. So,
And we'll get it right. So you can just go trying to make this easy. So we had snow, which seems like it's all gone.
all
As
gone.
we look out here on the Kenosha Today weather deck, we actually do.
seeing a little sun out there right now.
Yeah. Well, that stuff was so light it burned it off, but it looks like temperatures tomorrow going to be high of 46, low of 39, and Wednesday the sun's going to return, and we don't have any precipitation coming back until maybe Thursday. And I guess there you have it, folks, directly from the Kenosha Today weather deck, the most up-to-date and the most complete weather report on the planet. And you can tune in to Kenosha Today for all your weather information, or when severe weather strikes, in which case we don't really care. Don't bother us, and quite frankly, you're all on your own if there's weather strikes. Call your wartime weather guy.
Yep.
So we don't want you calling us and saying that somebody's peeing on your leg and you think it's raining. So, you know, we just didn't parachute in here this morning, maybe last night. But there's a couple other things. This social distancing. People are saying, "Oh, you guys are probably breaking the law because we're sitting 3-4 feet." But
There's no law that says how close you can be.
There's
It's a suggestion.
he's my caregiver. I got to let him in the house. You know, what happens if something happens to me? There's no one here. I could be up there sitting for days in my underwear, or worse, naked. And unless you have the code to my garage, which probably half the people on the planet got that by now. Anyway, all of this virus, and again, I'm listening to the president's briefing every day. Yesterday afternoon, it was almost 2 hours, and I'm like listening to, keeping the politics out, listening to the doctors that, looking for, masks and surgical gowns and all of that business. So, can I go to the gym? Well, I have a couple tax clients that are in the exercise business.
Nope, the gyms are shut down.
Gyms are going to be shut down. I know that the Recplex was, I think, a week ago, and the YMCA was, and it's going to be tough. And they're talking about 30% unemployment. Man, that's scary. It's like a domino trickle-down effect. One relies on the other, and the other one. So I'm hoping we can get through this. And I guess you have to use your own.
Quicker the better. Yep.
Yeah, good judgment. The market was tanking. Not tanking. Well, it tanked last week, and the panic drives the investors off, and it'll come back. But I got a feeling. What do you think, Elmo? At least 3 years. What do you think? It come back quicker now?
Oh, once this talk about buying opportunities.
Well,
That money's got to be going someplace. If they're, if people are selling their stock, where the money's going someplace.
Well,
Where is it?
You know what? Well, there you go. You know what you can always do. Women have been distancing themselves, like you say, from Amen Corner for about 40 years now. So this is this is no news to me. But there's a new thing going out called phone sex that maybe people I don't want to.
New? 1-900.
Well, no, you could do that. So I've heard. I don't know. I don't have any knowledge though. And then you could also self-quarantine yourself. This is my tax season, so I'm basically here anyway. Now, if this was the summertime, I think I'd have a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
And now the golf courses, I don't know when they're going to open. Not so much when you go out to play the golf, but it's the clubhouses
Mm-hmm.
that they're worried about. And I don't know how as long as I'm on the golf courses, the county said last year they weren't going to have a price increase. Well, they had a 5.5% increase because prior to that, when you paid $30 or something, the tax was included in that price. Last year, they took and separated it out and claimed everybody did not have a increase, but you did. You were paying 5.5% more.
Yeah.
And I was always surprised that the state of Wisconsin allowed them to do that. But in checking with like charter fishermen or that silly boat, the Red Witch that goes out there, when they charge $35, the tax is included in that.
Yep.
So I guess
They just have to state it. So.
right on the bottom line. Of course, then you have all the scammers, and I guess like Bubba says, if you have two guys come up your driveway and they have a load of toilet paper in a wheelbarrow, I mean, you might not want to talk to those guys.
Could be used toilet paper.
Could be used toilet paper. You know what I paid? I go to Wally Mart, and they were completely out, and they have been for at least the last 10 days. But I went over to CVS Pharmacy, and there was one bundle of 12 left for $10. So supply and demand. How can you gouge the price? Well, it's supply and demand. It's economics. And it's the same thing. If we go back to that issue of Kenosha Hospital, what do they call it? Freighter. And if they want to do with that, that's a business that, but all the people, I remember when the people in the brass site around that area, when Pick and Save closed up and left, you can't do that. We can't. Well, they can because they're in a business to make money.
Right.
You know what? And I think that all worked out. That whole shopping center.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, we have the solution, and maybe we'll bring this to you tomorrow with the plans for the Kenosha Today do-it-yourself bidet. All you need is a lawn chair with a hole in the seat and a lawn sprinkler underneath it. That'll work. So, might be a little cold outside right now to do it there, but
you have to do it outside. 262-945-1318. And anyway, we have reached crisis proportions here in Kenosha.
the show has reached crisis proportions.
I saw Alderman Anthony Kennedy. He was underneath the 50th Street Bridge showering with a tube of hand sanitizer that was left over from the Chrysler plant. But Anthony is leading by example. And get this, the mayor of Gurnee, she issued us last week a stay-at-home order. I thought that was a bit strong.
Just us.
Just us, yeah.
Okay.
And contrasted to that, Mayor John Anarinian he closed all the city's nude beaches. I thought and then he told us to get out and stay out. So those trolley drivers that are now wearing orange jumpsuits, and what's got on the back? KCDC, property of the Kenosha County Detention Center. So they're doing their part. And of course, President Trump called this show and called us terrible reporting. And so, what's the problem?
Got a problem with that?
Well, you can't slide anything past the wartime president, I got to tell you. And here, we talked about Wisconsin Governor Tony the Tiger Evers was quoted saying, "What do you mean I'm still the governor?" He had no idea that he was the governor. And to show just how bad this crisis is getting, the Gov has reached out to FEMA and is ordering a new personality for himself as part of the Me First movement. That's our governor. And you know what? A guy called the other day and asked me, he was going to bring his tax return over, and he says, "Do you have the virus?" I said, "No, I got VD." He says, well, at least they have a cure for that. I was kidding, of course. I was kidding, of course. Of course. Oh, I love this one. This is locally managed, state mandated, federally funded, in the words of FEMA manager Craig Fugit. I love this, these guys in Washington. And I quote, "This is bullshit," end quote. I mean, he gets up and walks off MSNBC. And here in Kenosha, social consciousness is now determined by how much your test is over 0.08. And our motto is simple during these very troubled times: keep God in your mind, and keep the devil in your pants. And you know what the management at WLIP described us, Elmo? As their worst case scenario.
That's about right. So.
We're going to take one more little break.
Hey, we've missed the big announcement, though.
What's the big announcement?
The bell. We got the bell.
We got the top
oh my
10
God.
coming back. Well, let's take a couple minutes. We'll come back for the top 10. Okay?
All righty.
So we'll take about a minute.
Yeah.
Got the top 10.
We're back.
Hey, we're back. Good afternoon, everybody. And if you just joined us, this is Uncle Scottie Barter. I am your wartime TV host, along with Elmo Schneider here. And we have slipped the bonds of AM radio, and it's taken us a while. But normally we would do a 2-hour Saturday morning from 10 to 12 live stream. And since we are just still working the kinks out, some can get us on YouTube, and some can, apparently somebody said you can get us on what do you call the website. So we're going to get it all figured out. We had a phone number, but we can't use it right now. hopefully tomorrow, because we are going to come back at 2 o'clock, right?
Sure.
2 o'clock every afternoon, at least for the rest of the week, and give you our version of the updates.
It's a real good time to start drinking for the day. So that's, especially in these times of crisis.
You know, that's shocking. You're waiting till 2 o'clock. That's different for you. Your liver is probably going, come on, down here, what
Well,
about
I'm talking about other people.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Well, it was the Me Too first movement, right? And anyway, it's about 36 minutes after the hour here in the Kenosha Today Nation. And again, if you're just enjoying our little encounter group, we are broadcasting live and local, and we will continue this. And it looks like we're going to be here at the Barter Manor Studios for at least the next 30 days. We're going to come to you again tomorrow, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we'll see about Saturday when we get to the end of the week. But at least
Could be out of material by
at
then.
least a half hour. Yeah. You know, that's the difference. I applaud guys that, such as Lenny Palmer and Pete and those guys that have 4 hours, 5 days a week to kill, and if they don't create some controversy, they're out of business.
That's right.
And you can call us, 262-945-1318, and hopefully tomorrow we got our own phone line that you can call in, because after all, we miss you people. And at any rate, we are brought to you by our major sponsors, Barter's Financial Planning Services and Union Park Tavern, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. You know, speaking of Union Park Tavern, they're having you can call in and a carryout.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday only.
Friday,
Yep.
Saturday, Sunday. You call them, give them your order, and do you get that on not 8th Avenue, but
Yeah, no, it's,
you can go
it's right on 8th
Okay.
Avenue. It's not the main door. There's a door into the
All right.
dining room.
And
off there, so.
you can't go in.
They
but
come
if-
right out. You call them when you get there,
Yeah.
and they come bring it right out to your car.
If you want to order some alcohol, you can do that apparently.
Yep. They have limits. 1 bottle of booze, wine, or a 6-pack of beer. That's
Oh, not a combination of everything, right?
no. I think you're limited to that. So
Anyway,
that's under their liquor license. That's all they can do.
yeah,
So.
I think that's a Class B liquor license. That
No, class beer is beer and wine only.
beer and wine. Okay, so that'd be a Class A, I think, or whatever. it
I
is.
don't.
Yeah.
It's A and C. One's for liquor store, the other's
Hey,
for bar. So
What can I
that-
say?
got-
We've got no class.
no, that's right.
And anyway, as you can tell, we
Class F. That's us.
Z. We take serious journalism to an all-time high, and you know, the people. We're probably streaming to some people over in China that. Look at the wet.
Yeah, we have 4 viewers right now. So
Well, we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna
yeah,
pick
yeah,
it up.
yeah. Since
And-
nobody, this was just decided on like late yesterday. And, yeah, let's go.
What are you doing tomorrow? I don't know. You want to have a show? Yeah. Let's.
Okay.
So, well, we're going to leave the setup, and it's kind of a nice backdrop
Yeah,
with the fireplace, and as long as the house don't blow up, I mean, we'll be in good shape. Anyway, we are spanning the globe, bringing you all the latest news, weather, sports, and entertainment. And for those who haven't signed on to like us on the Kenosha Today Facebook page, or you can visit us on the World Wide Web at KenoshaToday.com. And hopefully by tomorrow, you should be able to go to a link. You know, I'll have to talk to our website guy, Mr. Capo, and he can put a link there. And we have a link on our YouTube, and we do we have one on
What?
our Facebook
You know,
page?
YouTube is automatic.
Oh, okay, all right. And we
I'll set up tomorrow's show as soon as we're done
right.
here today. So.
we have status of today's secret word.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. But as we get rolling, we're going to have some bona fide prizes. All right, here we go. I'm written in our home office here at Barter Manor. Now, I'm going to show the folks this. I had 2 of these bells, and there was a possibility I was going to move last fall, and I threw them all out. Well, thanks to the people at Amazon,
We got a
we're back in
brand new
business.
bell.
We can't figure out how the show works, but we got a bell.
Yeah.
Written in our home office here at Barter Manor, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category. The top 10 signs the Kenosha Today show is live and local on YouTube. Number 10, Uncle Scottie can no longer spell WLIP. Number 9, scantily clad ladies are introducing an offer to clean out your sewer and drain pipes for free. Number 8, Harvey Weinstein has been named the new Surgeon General in charge of free salad bars at Perverts World. That was almost a
Yep.
deal. We have eliminated, 7. We have eliminated boring replays of 40s music from the bars. Number 6, drum and bugle chorus replaced with rap song by the K-Dog. I didn't know he was a rapper.
No, neither did I.
He is now. He's probably sitting at home going, can I get back to Hawaii anyhow? How quick can I get back there? And you know what? As painful as this is to him, he's probably willing to take the wife with him.
Yep.
Number 5, still hosted by 2 jackasses on Saturday mornings and 2 o'clock on weekdays. Number 4, our versions of Women's Hip features Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi downing Jello shots. Number 3, we don't have to lighten up with nobody. And number 2, no more annoying calls from Libby Custer. Boy, shit, that was painful to listen to that. And the number 1 sign that the Kenosha Today Show is live and local here on YouTube. The Taliban has called in an airstrike on the Gurney Mills Mall. Well, we feel bad for those folks. A couple things. 262-945-138. You know, I have a membership to the one of those. What do they call those passes for the I passes?
The iPass.
Yeah. And I haven't used it in a while, but you can't use regular cash anymore. They've eliminated. You have to use this iPass. So they come out with this email to everybody that's an iPass customer, and he says, any problems you got, don't call us because the customer call center is now temporarily closed. We all right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just adjusting the level here a little bit. So.
And also on this, before I get
Getting
to
all
that,
loud.
now this is big time stuff, Elmo. Facilities across California reported issues with their sewer collection systems. Many cities in California use a centralized sewer collection that are relying on gravity and flow to move along the waste. And so what's killing them? They're flushing the pipe, the wipes.
Yeah,
and the
flushable
paper
wipes.
down the toilet.
Newsflash: flushable wipes are not flushable. I don't care what it says.
It's causing backups and
Use that
overflows.
outdoor bidet I told you about. So, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. You got any rough pictures of how that's gonna work?
What?
The bidet? Or
No,
you
no,
just
no, no,
just
no,
Take
no.
a hose and shoot up your.
Yeah, your lawn sprinkler. That's it. So,
and for nighttime you can just put a flashlight out there. It's gonna be a little chilly though, don't you think?
yeah, no, at this time of year. Yep.
Well, you know, we're in crisis mode here, so I mean everybody's got to do their part. Like they say, we're all in this together.
All right.
So I'll wash your back and. You can come.
Speaking of washing, did you see the thing of this woman in Ireland had been, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, and she finally figured out what she thought was soap. She's using a block of cheese. Instead of
That would be something. That would be something. Oh, jeez. She's got all the cats and the mice running up under her arms and her
she's doing a good job at washing her hand. Too bad it wasn't with soap.
She got all these little rodents coming. Now this shows you that this is in crisis.
Yep.
This is strippers launch.
Delivery service.
Delivery called Boober Eats to help vulnerable people in self-isolation. That's me. Strippers have launched a food delivery service called Boober Eats, and they come out to you with barely nothing on. And this is in Oregon, and they had to close its doors due to people's social distancing amongst the virus. And who's this look like?
No.
That looks like Dave Badala.
I was looking at the other one.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, people thought it was a joke, and they got 150 shares on this Facebook in the first couple hours. And the club's going to be
Sex
offering.
sells.
The club's going to be offering its full menu outside of alcohol, including non-alcoholic drinks, including ginger beer and Red Bull. And once an order is placed with the club, 2 dancers will be assigned to the delivery. Now they're in Oregon. I wonder if they deliver to Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a golden opportunity for somebody local.
You know, this was in the paper on Sunday. They have these endorsements at the Kenosha News. Now they charge you for this, $20. And so here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all 4, and I'm not going to say the person's name, but they're all supporting her. So if you think the Democratic Party is dead here in Kenosha, I'm sorry,
way.
folks.
They're just louder.
It's right here.
Can-
We had another one here. Oh, no, that's the weather. We don't want to do the weather. No, we have some guidelines for this. We got a couple minutes left. We're not going to
as much as time as we want.
3 o'clock, yeah. And for those who want to pass the word, you can call your friends because you don't have to wait for a replay time. You can watch this nonsense anytime you want. We're going to be here again tomorrow at 2.
Live at 2
Live
o'clock.
at 2.
Hopefully we get the phone
And
issue
we'll get the
resolved.
phone and get some links set up, and away we go. This is crisis mode for us, but we are doing our part to stay live and local. So don't be calling me and texting me and be critical. Figure it out. This is some guidelines, our Kenosha State guidelines for the virus. Now, all elective surgery should be put on hold, right? Except for you gals that want to go from a 34A to a 40 triple D. In which case we say,
a little
don't
drastic,
hold
isn't
back.
it?
Well, this is, well, that's elective surgery. Now, they're talking about stockpiling things. Well, there's only 7 barf bags of Kenosha City barf bags left in the country. So those are going to be on allocation.
I have one too. I'm hoarding. It's even signed by Captain Mike, who we should welcome back from Mexico.
Yeah, Captain Mike is back in town. I'm surprised. There was always a question. Well, he got back a couple days ago. Well, he was down in Mexico. I'm glad he made it back. So, our message to you small business owners: this is not good news. Apparently, your wartime president was in a field hospital over the weekend. Remember that where Patton slapped?
Oh yeah.
Well, he bitch slapped Nancy Pelosi with his gloves. She's now an ambassador to Italy. They got to get along somewhere along the line. Now this is important. We also propose activating the Title .08 that will enable the Wisconsin National Guard to act as shipping clerks for the porn industry. And you gotta love a guy standing tall, Elmo. As they would say, standing tall in the porn industry. And
Shipping clerk. What have you got?
shipping clerks, yeah, for the porn industry. Kenosha Today, we projected what?
Well, porn was mostly on the internet now. What do they need a shipping clerk for?
Well, I didn't know that, but a guy with your vast knowledge, I'm sure.
You're still getting those used magazines with the pages stuck together. That's all.
Hugh Hefner with the stars up. Remember? Kenosha has predicted that there's going to be a huge need for more bed space. And I say, look no further than right here at Barter Manor. You got a father, grandfather, American patriot, and let the word go forth, Elmo, that any woman over the age of 21 and under the age of simply having a pulse, as they say, give me your tired, poor, huddled masses, and those women who are extremely horny, I'm here to serve. I'll take only 10
you
at a
are.
time. You can take the whatever. Now, I did go for my own virus test, and good news is I have not tested positive for the virus. And apparently it seems I have a very low sperm count. So, to think my high school guidance coach didn't think I'd amount to much. Well, come on. For all you Olympic hopefuls, didn't look like that are coming.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that.
Yeah. But I guess the Olympic committee recommends that if you are to participate, just keep your jockstrap on for these next 6 months. Don't change it. Don't take it off. Leave it on. And they encourage you to keep working with Tanya Harding. But instead of investing in a mask, you might want to invest some shin guards. And this was, there's some myths circulating on it. How these things get started, that drinking lots of water is going to flush the virus out of your system. Well, we know that's fake news. However, a couple belts from Uncle Scottie's Rot Cut Vodka, that'll
kill anything.
Clean out your.
Well, you see, all these places that make booze are switching over to hand sanitizer now. It's more valuable than booze now. What the heck?
Oh, you mean the
What
guys
the
out in
heck
hills
is
of
this
Kentucky?
world coming to?
They got that cable show, Shiners. They got these guys up in the whole time and making shine and that. Well, I guess
They're all making hand sanitizer
I
now.
think you
All
would
these
have to,
hillbillies doing that?
Yeah, you'd have to have a license, but these guys don't have a license.
Obviously, if they're shiners, they're not. They don't have a license.
Now here's
there.
the talk. We talked about scamming, Elmo, and this is from our Kenosha Today legal team, Dewey Cheatham and Howe. When somebody comes to your door, leave your doors open, unlocked, and just give them all your credit card numbers. Give them your bank account, your social security numbers, your driver's license. Let them take care of your problems. You're done. You're gone. And if you're having problems, like everybody's going to experience some financial problems, our Kenosha Today financial advisors recommend that, first of all, don't panic and simply sell off all your 401k stock, heavily invest in Chinese hospital bonds. That's going to be the big moneymaker. And we're almost to the end of this. So for those that want to self-quarantine yourself, we have some very high standards on this show. And our guideline is, if you want to self-quarantine, get one blonde, one redhead, one brunette, and just tell Homeland Security to stay the hell away from your home. And then you can quarantine for 14 days and 14 nights. Oh, and this is some bad news, folks. The Vatican has announced that this year's Easter egg hunt has been canceled. And for all you snot-nosed little kids, I feel bad. But the good news is they replaced it with strippers looking for new customers from our parish, from the parish of Our Lady in the Long Island. So, you know, these are tough times that we have to, we're all in this together. And Kenosha Police Department issued a very stern statement that all crime in the city is on lockdown.
That's right.
It's all forbidden. However, if you live in the uptown area, you're grandfathered because apparently a AK-47 supersedes anything the KPD says. Anything. Hey, finally, former Hollywood producer, and he's now a guest of the New York Bed and Breakfast, Harvey Weinstein, or Weinstein, whatever it is, tested positive for the coronavirus, and he's in medical isolation. And it seems that Harvey the Rabbit, as he's known to his fellow inmates, Harvey's fallen on hard times. Get it, Elmo? Hard times?
Yeah.
And anyway, Harvey set up his own GoFundMe page. So you'd have to go to www.slimeball.com, slimeball being all one word. Okay, we can talk about the census tomorrow.
Yeah, I finally got my thing in the mail.
Yeah. And so that's going to do it for our very first, that we actually got up and we'll get these links taken care of. And, we'll be back tomorrow at 2 and with our daily update. And see, what I like about this is we're not locked into 30 minutes or 60 minutes. We can come and go as we please. So, any parting words there, Elmo? Let me see if we didn't have any calls, but
No, it's all right. Just some annoying person texting 5,000 times.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Spider says we look good.
He's the only one that counts. Thank you, Spider.
Hey, Gunga, let me call him. Look, hang on, we got to talk to Gunga. He's getting a bit. Come on, answer the phone, you moron.
He could be working.
Hello.
Hey, Gunga.
No, Gunga's not here.
Who's this?
That's numbnuts, isn't it?
This is who?
Mark.
Oh, I thought I was calling. This is Uncle Scottie up in Kenosha.
Yes, well, nice to know.
All right. Well, I got a thing that
Let
you.
me get numbnut.
Okay. The numbster.
Numbnut.
Yes. How's it going, buddy?
Good. Are you on broadcasting? Can I get a hold of you?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're
Well, we have a
live.
problem with that number, but we're going to have that fixed tomorrow. We're going to be here every afternoon this week from 2 o'clock.
Well, that's me.
Well, we had a couple little links, but we figured this all out. We got a little twist and a little twist. So, how are you? Now, is Illinois on lockdown?
Only my house.
Oh,
What?
only his house.
Basement.
Well, tomorrow, Wisconsin's going to be on lockdown.
Oh, how good for the housewives of Wisconsin.
Well, Elmo's my new professional caregiver.
No, as disseminators of valuable news to the public,
Yeah.
we are exempt from.
Yeah, we're exempt.
It's an essential function here.
So what's? So are you getting?
Does that include diaper change?
Does that include what?
Diaper change.
For me? Well, how's this? It depends.
Yep.
Oh, nice pun.
Are you watching us?
Yes. Are you wearing a eagle shirt?
Yeah, it's my patriotic
Yep.
shirt.
Oh, you look very nice today.
Well, thank you for commenting. But
Elmo's not bad looking either.
Yep.
he's a tramp.
Yep.
He's
Yep. Yep.
very studious with his glasses.
I need that to see the computer.
Yeah. Well, we're glad we got a hold of you. And
Well, I was trying to get a hold of you, but you're slippery as usual.
I got to, with crisis times, I got to cut down on that Kentucky jelly that I spread all over.
Yes, the stock is dropping.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we're going to have the phone number up. You did
Tomorrow, I hope.
You did have get a busy signal, right?
I did, and then I found your number.
Oh, that was you.
Some guy named Steve.
Oh, well, I called you back, so I was thinking of you. So,
Well, I was, well, I can't tell you what I was thinking about.
just well, we'll try again tomorrow, okay? Bring something more to the table, all right? Oh no, we're not turning back. No, we're a juggernaut, whatever that is.
Excellent. I will come up with something, well, halfway intelligent.
All right, I'll text you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr.
All right.
Number.
I do.
No,
Mr. Number.
Number. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Adios.
It's our good friend from Pakistan, Numnuts Patel, and so at any rate. Well, we did good, Elmo.
So far, so good. We made progress.
We make a couple little plugs and twerks, and we have a going away.
Sure.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow at 2.
Piano player, Mr. Elmo the Insane.